I've got big crypto news for you. The White House will host the first ever crypto summit next week with industry players attending. The CME approves Solana futures. This is very good news for the spot ETF approval. And you won't believe what Larry Fink and BlackRock are doing with their Bitcoin ETF. It's really big. And the SEC has dropped its case against Hex's founder, Richard Heart. This is incredible. I'll give you details. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, we got some very good signals around Bitcoin that it has bottomed. Now, we don't have full confirmation yet. As I often state, we have to let the market prove itself. It has to show us, and I want to see a bit of a V-shaped move upwards and for confirmation. But the signals we're seeing is very promising. For example, the Bitcoin RSI is in the super oversold zone. I'm talking way below 30, and this is textbook now. If you go read about technical analysis, this is textbook. So it's running out of sellers and the sell pressure is getting mitigated. So I hope you understand that. This is textbook, just like we saw the overbought zone that we hit over 70 back in November and December, and then the market corrected. Similarly, you have the oversold zone where the only way to go is up because the sellers become so exhausted. And I think as the shorts pile up, you know what's going to come, a short squeeze. The other factor is the CME gap got filled between 78,000 and 80,000, a very good sign. And Bitcoin is touching the parabolic curve model that it has been on since the beginning of 2023, guys. A very bullish sign. And shout out to analyst Kevin Svensson, who's been tracking this over the past 2 years. So it's playing out beautifully. And once again, we still need further confirmation, right? I want to make sure you guys understand me that I want to see the market prove itself, as I often say, but these are very good signs. And if it's indeed the case, it aligns with the seasonality of March and April being positive months for crypto. And this is the same for the stock market. And in addition, we got the macro lining up beautifully with global liquidity continuing to rise. And we know Bitcoin and risk assets will catch up to it, in addition to DXY on its way down, breaking down. Now, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride on the way down, but the trend is a downtrend. So I hope you understand that. So guys, things are lining up here very beautifully. I am bullish. I believe this bull market is still well and alive. And we want to look at data, not our feelings and emotions. A lot of people are getting caught up with feelings. Oh, no, it's over and all of that stuff. And they don't validate it with data. I'm showing you the data, the charts, right? We've been looking at what the whales are doing and much more. And things are looking very promising. In addition, we are seeing stablecoin liquidity is on the rise. Today, Tether minted 1 billion USDT. Many times I share this data with you guys over the years, and you know what's coming next, right? It's not an immediate thing. Oh, they're buying right now and the market's going to pump. No, it's going to happen gradually over weeks and months. So I believe whales are buying up. Yesterday, I shared the data of the Bitfinex whale who bought 4,000 Bitcoin when Bitcoin corrected heavily the other day. We saw hundreds of millions of USDC stablecoin minted today. So someone is minting here, getting ready to buy. Very bullish. I like what I'm seeing overall. And notice I didn't tell you my feelings or emotions here. I'm showing you data and different signals and data points as to what may be coming next. And guys, we know we are in the most pro-crypto government ever in the United States, with the SEC and all the regulatory agencies now supporting crypto. We got news this evening of the White House, and Donald Trump will host its first ever crypto summit next Friday, March 7th, featuring CEOs, investors, and members of the Presidential Working Group on Digital Assets, including David Sachs, the White House crypto czar, and Bo Hines. Guys, come on. This is not bearish news. This is incredibly bullish news. So we got the macro backdrop, we got the charts and the data, and we got the government on board. My goodness. Guys, do you see where we're headed? We are still in the early innings of this pro crypto government getting things up and running, but you see the puzzle pieces are all coming together here. This is massive. It's huge for the industry, and the industry can go to the White House and talk about crypto and digital assets. Amazing stuff. And what's interesting, the Trump organization today filed a trademark for Trump to launch a metaverse and NFT trading platform. Make NFTs great again. Now, we'll see what happens with the NFT market in this cycle, but the last cycle, NFTs were really hot, but meme coins kind of stole the show this cycle a bit. But NFTs, I believe, are here to stay. Not so much the artwork aspect of it, but the technology, which will be used for driver's licenses and contracts and home deeds and all these things, right? NFT technology will be used. It will be on the blockchain, and they're going to be programmable. They're going to be able to do things when external factors change. That is where we're headed. So the artwork part is fine. I'm not a big fan of that. Some people are, but that's only one small use case. When this thing goes to the other mainstream industries, you know what's going to happen, guys. It's going to be huge adoption. So interesting. Trump recognizes this, and it looks like they're looking to do some stuff with the metaverse and NFTs. Now, on the SEC front, the crypto task force headed up by Hex Richard Heart is getting ready to hold a series of roundtables with the industry participants entitled Sprint Towards Crypto Clarity. I like that. Two people familiar with the matter told Eleanor Terra to Fox Business the first of the 5 planned roundtables will be held on March 21st at the SEC offices in Washington, D.C. The theme of the first meeting, I'm told, will be defining security status. More details to come as I get them, says Eleanor. Guys, how can you be bearish? My goodness, look at what's happening here. This is incredible. It's a complete 180 from what we dealt with over the past 4 years with scumbag regulator Gary Gensler and crazy Elizabeth Warren, right? Incredible stuff. In addition, Senator Lummis spoke at the Bitcoin Investor Week conference, and she talked about the Bitcoin reserve, saying that the states will probably get this passed before the federal government does. She says, we don't have enough people comfortable enough in the House and Senate to do this yet, which makes sense, right? We have to continue to educate people within Congress because Elizabeth Warren poisoned the well over the past 4 years with all her nonsense. So I think what Lummis is saying makes sense. And proof of that is today, literally today, the Arizona Senate passed the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill. Utah, if you guys recall, passed in the House, and it's on its way to the Senate. But Arizona making moves here, guys. So not every state will do this. Some states will reject it, like we saw. But those who understand it and have the right people in place, they'll get it done. Guys, this is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And even if this cycle we don't get it, it will eventually happen. And I'm telling you, because if you know how government works, these things sometimes take years, and you have to reintroduce bills, you have to educate people and do advocacy. So be patient, but the setup is beautiful here. Guys, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold. Uphold is one of the top crypto platforms where you can buy, sell, trade crypto. They have 300 plus cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and all the top altcoins. I've been using them since 2018, so I trust this platform. They're easy to use. Best of all, guys, they are fully reserved. They don't commingle or lend out your crypto funds, and you can review their transparency report. They have an amazing rewards program where you can earn up to 5.25% on stablecoins. This reward program also allows you to get 24-hour early access to new tokens and exclusive insights. To participate in this program, you need to once per month open the app, deposit $50 and trade $50 once per month. And the stable coins you can earn the yield on are Circle's USDC, Ripple's RLUSD, and PayPal's PYUSD. You get up to 5% on those, and you can get 5.25% on USBC. So this is an amazing program, and I interviewed the CEO to make sure there's no shady business happening here, that they're doing this right, and everything is copacetic here, guys. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Now, folks, we got big news coming out of the CME. They are planning to launch Solana futures on March 17th. This will join Bitcoin and the ETH futures. So the CME, you guys know, is a big institution, and the SEC and other government agencies trust them when it comes to markets. And what we've seen the SEC do in the past is that they want to see the futures in place before they approve the spot. Doesn't mean they have to continue to do that. But when I interviewed Hester Peirce a couple of months ago, she said we'll have to wait and see. And especially that Paul Atkins is not in office yet. We'll have to wait and see there. But this bodes very well for the Solana spot ETF, guys. And with the lawsuits against exchanges like Coinbase and these other folks removed, which mentioned Solana, it's a clear path to approval, in my opinion. Now, I'm waiting to see XRP futures, but I think the Ripple case needs to be wrapped up. And hopefully we are going to hear very soon, maybe by next week, that this Ripple case is at least paused, or there's something that gives us indication this thing is going to be wrapped up soon. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And I know a lot of people are waiting for this. And we'll talk a bit more about the case. But on the topic of ETF, BlackRock is adding 1 to 2% of its IBIT allocation to their model portfolios that allow for alternatives. Here's a quote: "We believe Bitcoin has long-term investment merit and could potentially provide unique and additive sources of diversification to portfolios." Folks, what they are doing here, they're building these models and they're sending out to everybody showing, hey, if you add Bitcoin to your portfolio, and especially our ETF, it will boost your performance. And they got the track record to show it, and it's coming from BlackRock. And you can imagine as other altcoin ETFs get approved and they start showing solid inflows, BlackRock's going to pitch the other ones to these investment advisors and provide these models as well. So I mean, come on, guys. Look at what's happening here. Larry Fink is making moves while retail is crying, right? So the world's biggest asset manager is finally allowing Bitcoin into its $150 billion model portfolio universe. Man, things are gearing up for the continuation of this bull market. We still got a blow off top to head to. And I constantly remind you guys, have a cash out plan. If anything, this correction is a reminder that bull markets don't last forever. There will be a bear market. You see these corrections. Well, the bear market is 10x these corrections, right? It is over a year of downtrend, bloody, right? But that's a buying opportunity if you have a macro view, and that's how I've been treating the market. I bought in 2022, bought in January 2023. My portfolio is up because I have a macro view. And yes, I had to wait 2 years, 2023, 2024, to see significant returns. But I'm looking for higher returns based on the 4-year cycle, that this year is the blow off top based on the chart analysis and the different signals, which I share with you guys in my newsletter, on the podcast. So I hope you understand what we're doing here, guys. We're trying to make some significant return to get financial freedom. Now, interesting news on the SEC front with Richard Heart and Hex. Apparently, the judge Ammon has dismissed all the SEC's claims against him. So here's the thing. There's a lot to parse through here. One, was the SEC's case against Richard a strong one? No, it was bullshit. And that's because it was Gary Gensler and all the cronies and clowns of the SEC who were following him, like Jorge Tenero and all these guys who were part of the Ripple case. So it wasn't strong in the first place. However, guys, from my own research, I don't trust Hex. I think Hex is a bit shady. Richard Heart is been doing some really dumb stuff that a crypto CEO should not be doing, right? He's going around shopping at Louis Vuitton, taking videos, showing he's making a lot of money. Then he's like twerking and doing stupid videos. Come on, right? Compare that to CEOs like Brad Garlinghouse at Ripple, or even the folks at the Ethereum Foundation, Joe Lubin and other guys, right? The professionalism is lacking big time. So I don't know if the SEC is going to come at them in a different way, but this case was garbage, so he got thrown out. So a lot of people in the Hex community are doing a victory lap, but I would caution you, just be careful, do your research. I'll leave it at that. But, there's a big celebration here. But this was not dropped by the SEC. It was by the judge. So don't be surprised that the SEC files an appeal. Eleanor Tarrant says, according to the ruling, the SEC now has 20 days to file an amended complaint. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, what about Ripple? What's going on? And even John Deaton, our friend, says, as an Amici counsel and on behalf of 75,000 XRP holders, he tagged Hester Peirce, David Sachs, Bo Hines, Mark Hewitt, and Ripple. When Ripple. So everybody's waiting for this case to be dropped, guys. I think it's going to be soon. This case is very complex and it was further along than all the other stuff. I see a lot of people complaining, but there's a big difference between a Wells notice and a lawsuit that made it all the way to a judge's ruling and the SEC almost entering into appeal. And it's so complex. And remember, the SEC won on certain grounds and Ripple won on certain grounds. So this thing is not as simple as, oh, we're going to drop this Wells notice. It's not that simple. So people really have to be patient, but I think it's coming soon. And look, I think the big thing some people may be missing right now, the market's down, right? If the market starts picking up steam, I would want this news to happen when the prices are starting to rebound because it's just going to add to the momentum. Many times I see the comment, guys, look at the good news. Why isn't the market pumping? They think that good news equates to automatic pump, but they don't understand the fundamentals of the market cycles. Nothing's going to pump if you're in a downward trend like we have been over the past month. But once we start the uptrend and the positive news comes in, you know what I mean, right? So I'm fine with it. Hey, no news? Okay, that's fine. Let the market bottom. And once that V-shaped recovery starts, then the news comes. I will be more happy then. I hope you guys understand now. I'm talking market principles and cycles and charts now, and the news aligning with that. I think if the news broke today, it wouldn't pump XRP because we're in a downtrend, right? People don't get that, but maybe that's why I'm here, to help share that knowledge, to educate you guys about that. So I'm fine with this thing not happening now, because I think if it happens when the price is moving, oh boy, get ready. XRP is going to rocket. Now, some interesting news around Patrick McHenry, the former chairman of the House Financial Services Committee. Many of you know he's pro-crypto. He grilled Gary Gensler and he had some heated statements with Gary at these hearings over the past 2 years. Well, he's coming to work in the crypto industry. He's going to be part of the Ondo finance team. We've been talking a lot about Ondo finance. They've been doing amazing work. And he's also going to be advising A16Z. So I'm going to try to see if we can get him on the podcast to talk a bit about this. And actually, I want to interview some folks at Ondo, like Nathan Allman, who is the CEO at Ondo Finance. So I'm going to try to get him, guys, and see what they're up to. So folks, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. A great way you can support me in the podcast, guys, is by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free. Links will be in the description. Also, check out my book, Rethinking Crypto, on Amazon, and it's available in paperback and digital. And if you want to expand your crypto knowledge, check out my crypto course. It is at mycryptocourse.com. It is a comprehensive course that covers every aspect of crypto. What makes it unique, and no other course offers this, it has expert commentary. You're going to hear from founders, CEOs, institutional investors, innovators, and they are breaking down the different aspects of the crypto market. It includes videos, downloadable materials, full text write-ups. You pay a one-time fee, you get lifetime access, and you can go at your own pace, and you can share the login with your friends and family, if you want to help them to learn as well. So this course is packed with a lot of value, guys. I put a lot of my experience, but most importantly, the expert commentary. I'm talking big names like Carlos Domingo, CEO of Securitize, which is working with BlackRock to build their tokenization products, right? Come on, he's explaining tokenization to you in addition to other folks from Securitize. So if you'd like to learn more, guys, go to mycryptocourse.com. Link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.